Hey, Mike. Hopefully I don't know, my phone said it was reconnecting the live stream. Hopefully you guys could hear me. I saw that Kenton was not starting till 8:15, so I figured I'd go on for a little bit, kind of spur of the moment. So, hey, Chris, nothing too nothing too crazy going on here. I have a set of IROC set of Viper modified cars. These are 3 ohm. I bought them from Viper. This was actually some of the first Vipers I ever bought, actually. When I had my AFX track, I had these predate my Viper track. So I knew a lot less than I know now when I bought these cars. I had bought like one of them, and I liked how fast it was, and my kids liked how fast it was, and it stuck to the track. So I ended up buying a couple of more, and then I discovered IROX racing, and so this was like my first IROX set that I had ever built. I ended up putting independent front ends on them, but other than that, they're stock 3 ohm unbalanced arm level 10 motor and traction magnet. I don't run them very often anymore. They sit in this drawer. I was looking at them today, and I was like, these things look like they need a tune up and some maintenance. And yeah, maybe I'll start racing them. So I had ready. I'm just doing some basic maintenance on them. This car I already completed, the blue one. I took it apart. I took the end bell out to look at it, just to check the brushes. I cleaned the hangers, cleaned the pickup shoes. I actually put lower tires on it because these cars are. I configured these cars before I knew what I was really doing, and they're kind of way too high in the back. They're nowhere near like level like they should be. They're a lot higher in the back. They have 340s on the front and 438s in the back, which are decent for like a home AFX track, but I took them down to 428s actually. Now they sit really nice. There, you can see how that magnet is. The space is pretty level. If you look at this car, you can see. It's kind of hard to see, but the rear of the magnet is quite a bit further away. Actually, if you look at the lower 412 rail, you'll probably be able to see it better. Yeah. So that's what I'm kind of playing with tonight. And one of the cars, this one, the yellow car, seems to be running slower than the other ones. These cars are all kind of in like the high 4, close to 5 range. Well, it was at 480 before, now it's at 460. See what the white car is at. I know one of them was. Yeah, this one's at 470 something. I think the red car was a screamer. No, red car's about the same, 470. But this yellow chassis was only like 420, I think. Doesn't sound as good as the other cars either. So I'm going to tear this yellow one a little bit further apart, see if I can't get a little better number on the dyno out of the yellow car to match these other 3. Sorry, I'm just looking back through. Hi, Snuggie. My live stream keeps disconnecting. Hopefully you guys could hear me. I think these are in the 70 something dollar range per car, actually. I could look it up if you really want to know the exact price. The price might have gone up a little bit, actually. Let me check real quick. I'll let you guys know. Let's see, race ready cars, Viper. Modified. Wow, they've really raised the price on these cars. $92. Oof. They were not that much when I don't think they were that much. They're $75 just for the chassis, and then if you want a body on it, they get another. It bumps it up to $93. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I keep seeing my phone saying reconnecting, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hey, Jim. Hey, Jim. I'm happy to say your sticker. It made it. It stayed on. I cleaned the table good. This is kind of like a composite board, so maybe that has something to do with it. But that sticker seems to be doing okay. So you're on the board there, buddy. Got my custom V's today. Dan built the other super fast and may want to put the wing magnets in them though. 125 each. What's in them? That's pretty expensive. Well, that might be it, Mike. I'm in the garage, but my router's not that far away. I mean, right through the door. It's in the living room. Really, every now and then it does this where it starts disconnecting. I don't know. You will have mines. You'll have the. Hey, Rich. Looks like it's not a very good computer night for me. Now I'm trying to watch my own video here, and it's hopefully I'm not having internet connection problems tonight. But yeah, I have Xfinity, but I'm an IT guy, Mike. I've been working in IT for 30 years, so I know all about routers. I have my own higher end router. I don't use Xfinity's router. I have a separate cable modem and a separate router. I have a Netgear Nighthawk router, so I have plenty of range. I don't need a Wi-Fi extender. Trust me, it's something with Xfinity. Xfinity's been flaky here. Anyway, I work in IT for a living, so I don't want to talk about IT. Hey, big guns. Anyway, back to what was I talking about? I got sidetracked. Oh yeah, we were going to look at this. So I worked on the blue car. What I was going to show, because I had a couple of people ask me like, what should they do for maintenance on their cars, and this really, can cover any slot car, but there's like, to me, there's a couple of different like levels of maintenance. There's your real basic maintenance, clean the pickup shoes. You'd be surprised. I mean, when I'm racing, this is in my pocket, and between every heat, I clean the pickup shoes. So that's how often I'm cleaning these pickup shoes. So you guys should be pretty regular, and these have not been cleaned for a while. So you can see if I clean this one shoe, how much shinier that is now compared to the other one. So keeping your tires clean, you know, when you're racing, obviously, with like any kind of lint roller or tape. Cleaning your tires and cleaning the pickup shoes and making sure you keep the car oiled is, you know, pretty much basic maintenance. But if you want to go a little further, what I've been doing to these cars is I've been kind of tearing them down all the way, because I want to see how the brushes look in these cars. The blue car didn't look too bad. There's like 50% brush life left on them. These cars were run quite a bit when they were newer. And when my daughter's out of the house now. It's going back like three plus years ago. This was the yellow car, I think. We're going to work on that one later. That one I know is slower than the other ones. And give the red and white one a quick overhaul. I'll show you kind of a little more in-depth maintenance that I like to do. Not saying that there isn't other ways to do it. Everybody has their own method. So when I'm cleaning the pickup shoe more thoroughly, I'll take it off, and not only do I clean the flat edge, but I clean the little notch here that goes in the hanger. I clean the back side where the spring touches the pickup shoe, the back part of the where it attaches to the hanger. So it gives this pickup shoes a really good cleaning, not just a flat surface. Everybody should have some kind of rotary tool with whatever their favorite brush pickup shoe cleaner. I like this kind of flexible blue. I got this from Viper. Does a pretty good job, and it lasts forever. Yeah, I don't get too much lint, thankfully, because my track is up off the ground and I keep the track very clean. So, not like the days of when I had my track on the floor and my wife has long curly hair. Oh my God, the dirt and the cat hair, and the axle would get so full of hair and dirt it would stop the car. It's so funny, and I'd pull out long strands of my wife's hair that was locked around the axle. Thankfully, those days are behind me. So getting back to this maintenance here, I'm gonna pop this. Uh-oh, we lost connection again. Hopefully that wasn't too long. I haven't had this problem in a while. I don't know if it's a Comcast Xfinity issue or what, but. I did, a while ago when I had these apart last time, I did space the armature. I think I put like a 10 thousandths. Where's my tweezers? I haven't rebooted my router in a while. Maybe I'll have to see if there's a firmware update for my router and reboot it. Although the app I have on my phone for my router usually, crap. Almost dropped the end bell on the floor, trying to get the spacer out of here. Dang it, don't want to come out. little spacer there. So these brushes, they're a little bit worn. See if I can get some light in here. Those are probably about 50% worn as well, but they've got a funny angle too, actually. They're not really rounded, but these are older end bells. Got a pretty good arc to it. I don't know if maybe I might have been trying to tweak this thing back when I really didn't know what I was doing. But I'm going to keep using it. One other thing I do is I take these hangers out because these get, oxidized too. So I clean the whole thing really, but the important spot is this flat side that touches the tab on the end bell, the notch where the pickup shoe locks in, and even this flat part that touches the spring. So I like to clean these hangers. I knew I was going to do that. I didn't hold it good, and I just sent it flying. That's one of the risks of doing it. If I wasn't on camera, I would have never dropped it, but of course, I think it went under my workbench. Anyway, I'll get that later. We'll clean the other one. I'll just put a different one in for now. There's nothing wrong with these really, other than they're a little dirty. I'm gonna go a little bit slower speed on my tool. Don't really need the fastest speed, so it won't go flying out of my hand. But make sure you're really holding it onto it pretty good, or you will send it flying. So you can see how nice and clean that is. Yeah, the pencil eraser really doesn't work that great. I used to do that too when I was a kid, but it's better than nothing, but it's not going to clean it as good as this. I use Viper's oil, actually. Yeah, I think I used to use like a nickel or something to rub along the rails to clean the rails of my AFX track when I was a kid. Anyway, let me go get another hanger because I don't feel like getting on my hands and knees looking for that other one. I'll look for that later. Every now and then I go down there with a flashlight and I find all kinds of spare parts and clean them up and put them back in my parts bin. But I mean, you could see this is this is a brand new hanger, and just from sitting, they just get a little oxidized. I'm gonna clean this new hanger right out of my parts bin. So we got some nice shiny clean hangers. Put this back together real quick. Actually, I'm going to clean the, when I'm doing a quick clean on the COM, I take a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. I like to wet the very edge of the paper, because what I'll do is I'll just wrap this kind of, I'm dropping everything today. I'll wrap this around the edge of the COM and just spin this in here. And you can see all the dirt it gets off. This way I don't really have to use abrasiveness on the COM if I could help it. Sometimes I use that rotary tool, but I wonder how much that affects the trueness of the COM if you grind it. Not that I'm grinding it hard, but you know what I mean. Those are actually not that dirty considering I must have serviced these more recently than I thought. But this handbell's got, these arms got some pretty good tweak to them. I'm gonna go with it. It's still usable for an IROC set. I guess I should move my springs and stuff out of the way. All right. I usually use about 15 thousandths worth of spacing at the top. I use like a 5 thousandths or 10 thousandths Teflon and a 5 thousandths metal. I always have metal touching the bushing, a metal spacer, but I like to space it so the brushes are kind of right in the middle of the COM plates. And you'll want to see a little bit of copper. It's hard to see, but you don't want the arm of the brush arm like getting close to the plastic part of the COM. So just make sure you space both ends of your armature really. I mean, Viper does a good job, but if you buy a car from them, it's going to be fine. They use all nylon though. They put 2 nylon spacers, one 10,000 and one 5,000. And you can see there's no, this is stock. I didn't put any spacers. Viper doesn't really put any spacers on the end of their armature. So we'll see how this looks. I guess if I really wanted to get fancy, I gotta look at this under the light real quick, sorry. Make sure I clear these hanger tabs. Okay. All right, we're in. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. There's not too much play in there. Yes, I did recently pick this up from Pork Chop Customs. And it cleans up pretty easily. Wipe it. You know, use a little alcohol on it, get all my grease off it. let's put the magnets back in. I'm gonna go with high downforce mode. So you want to put the edge of the magnet that would touch the rails sticks to the motor magnet. Put it on that side with, you know, the side that's going to face the track that was stuck to the side of the magnet. Okay. I think this rear end still has 4/38. Yeah. Yeah, it's 4/38. So I'm going to take those tires off. Try not to break them. You guys saw how I do that. I showed it on the other video that I did. Just kind of use a not too fine or sharp a tweezer and just pry those tires off. You're welcome, Snuggie. Yeah, most of the, you know, if you buy a car from Viper, it's already going to come in high downforce mode. I have some 420. These things should be really stuck to the track. Going from 4/38 to 4/28. My greasy hands are getting the nice white albino tires dirty. I'll have to clean those. These cars, the modifieds come with 722 gearing. At least these did. I don't know if they still do 722. I know the V-Specs come with 723 gearing, I believe. Let's see if I can manage not to send any of these pickup shoe springs flying across my garage. Those I don't even bother trying to find. Again, sometimes when I'm looking for other parts, I'll find a spring or whatever I dropped. And eventually it gets added back. I'm only going to stay on till 8:15 because I don't want to step on Kenton's show. He's usually on tonight. I normally I wouldn't have gone on, but I was waiting for his show and I was playing with these cars, so I was like, he pushed it out till 8:15. I figured I had 45 minutes because it was like a little after 7. He's usually on at 7. Alright, so this car's got all nice clean electrical. I'm not going to oil it right now. I'll oil it the next time I actually race these, but let's see what it looks like on me. Pretty good. Almost 490. Oops. Pulled out the power supply. That was funny. Anyway, you guys saw that. So this was the red car. This can join the blue car. This one's done. Red and blue are cleaned up and ready for action. Well, you know, I mean, routed track's nice, but they're expensive, and yeah, it's a different level. It's up to you. If you can do it, I'm sure you like it. But and it's a pretty good amount of work. We got a little battle scar there. The bumper guard broke in that corner. I guess one too many crashes with this car. Probably why it doesn't run as good as the other ones. My girls used to love drive. They would drive these cars hard and they would go flying off the track. They indeed are very smooth, Snuggy. That's for sure. Springs here. Try not to lose them. Let's see what's going on with this motor. So this was the car that was running a little bit slower than the gang. These brushes don't look bad. We'll clean it up. I'll tweak the brush arms for tension. We'll put parts under my workbench when I clean those hangers. I know this isn't very exciting, but gotta do it. I don't have the luxury of pausing a live stream. At least I didn't lose him. These shoes are getting a little worn. This one's a little heel heavy, but I use these on these IROC sets. I use them literally till the rail breaks through the pickup shoe and there's a hole in it. So that one's a little heel heavy too. I have to look at see how those sit on the setup block. But all right, let's just take a quick look at. Okay, now we've got more tension on that end bell. You could use a good controller on the home track. That's not true, Snuggy. It makes a big difference. It definitely helps, even with driving on your home track, having a better controller. You don't have to spend, $200-300 on a controller, but something better than stock and made for an adult hand. Is what I recommend. You know, the DeFalco, if you're not going to do brakes, the DeFalco 505 is a good option. A lot of guys like that controller. I have them. I use them as house controllers. But I bought those before I had my track wired for brakes. All right. I'm going to clean this. Clean this comm up a little bit too. Come on. That looks good. I like that. Are there tutorials for track wiring? Well, there's wiring diagrams out there if you could follow a Viper has them. I could send you the one I used for a 4-lane track. It's not that bad. I don't remember. Did I replace these with the... I think I did, right? I said I got them dirty. These are 428, yeah. You guys are probably like, oh, Mark's losing his memory. He just replaced those tires. I gotta say, these Viper gears hold up pretty darn well. They're crown gear and pinion gear. Those original gears, they look pretty much brand new. Hey, SBS. All right, I'm going to put this back together. We'll see how it runs. And then I'll drop so we can go join Kenton on his show. And I'll finish these other 2 cars while I'm watching Kenton. There's a piece of hair in there. Looks like a cat hair. Damn cats. My cats don't really come in the garage, so. I'm only kidding. I love my cats. They're pretty cool. All right. that's weird. Look at how that magnet's, look at how crooked that magnet is sitting in there. Look at how high it is in the rear. I did change these tires, didn't I? Thought I said I did. Or is that magnet just sitting funny? Yeah, these are definitely 428s. Sometimes you can kind of turn the magnets around. They sit differently. I can tell these were wearing on the front. Pretty sure I had them low in the front. That's why the paint's worn off. Yeah, it's still sitting really crooked. That's odd. How does this car look? Yeah, look. That's bizarre. Look how close it is on that, on this car. And this is the same setup. The rear is a little bit, could probably go even lower than 428 on these cars. I'm gonna have to look at that. I don't like how the car, how the magnets are sitting in this car. I'll have to see what front tires. These should be 340s like the other ones, but let's see. A little bit better. 440 instead of 420s, but it sounds a little better too. I have to investigate that car a little further. Hey, Roy. Oh yeah, these blocks are setup blocks are a must if you build performance cars in your race. Sorry, I'm just looking through the. Yeah, Roy, I haven't tried though. I mean, I actually did an experiment where I lifted the hangers off the circuit board and I ran wires to the. I actually lifted the motor. I bypassed the circuit board basically. I didn't really see a major difference, to be honest with you. But, you know, if you need a new motor, might as well get one from Jag with just the bare board and the hangers on the board. They still have the board because the hangers have to, you know, they attach to the board. That's the way it installs in the car. But I would get them if I needed a new motor, which I do actually. I have a couple of my Mega G Plus IROC set. A couple of the cars are running a little tired. I think they need new motors, so that might be another little project. Dumbass beef jerky. I love that name. Oh, bomb. Sorry. I thought, you know, you think dumbass when you see ass, dumbass, but bomb ass beef jerky. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, bomb. Didn't mean to call you dumb. The new Jag motors have the black cap on the case as opposed to the stock green one. Trying to catch up on all your comments. Sorry. You guys have a lot of comments. All right, 8:16. Does anybody know if Kenton made it on? Let me go check. I'm gonna open up another tab here and oh, looks like he's got his racetrack set up for the Tuesday night racing that they do. All right, guys, I'm going to end my stream here and head over to Kenton's channel. So if you guys want to head over to, hope everybody's subscribed to Slot Cars and HO Trains. Yeah. I'll chat with you guys over there if you join over at Kenton's. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. Talk to you later.